Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. In this video, let's look at the top 10 free agents that Arsenal could sign. Obviously, today, if you have not seen the story yet, and I'm sorry I've not done it as well, UEFA has announced that for the next 3 years, clubs will not be able to spend above 70% of their income. That means if you make 1 million, you'll be only able to spend 700,000 of that 1 million. So that means, and that will cover salaries, transfer fees, and a couple of other things at the club. So literally, there must, a club must have that 30% that will not be spent of the money it makes. That's quite a very, very huge dilemma. So I've gone with 10 free agents that I think are really top class, and Arsenal could actually go and sign them and just maybe find ourselves coping up with a new rule of don't spend more than 70% of what you earn. Number one, I've gone with a right back, Noisa Mazraoui. Now, Noisa Mazraoui is a hot property like a hot cake. Bayern and Barcelona are interested. Bayern Munich have actually asked Ajax to add the player to the deal of Ryan Gravenberch, and of course Barcelona are in intensive talks with the player to sign him as a free agent in the summer. When it comes to free agent business, Barcelona understand better. This time they have really done it very well. They've got Christensen, they've got Cossy, and now they also need Noisa Mazraoui. But if you're looking at Ajax and you're looking at why they are so great, you definitely have to talk about their fullbacks, and Noisa Mazraoui is absolutely one of them. Very, very phenomenal player, and I think he would give Arsenal something that we lack. We lack a right back. We lack a fullback on the right hand side that can actually help us create more chances, make things happen. Just add the vibe to the team. Honestly, Tomiyasu does not do that, as well as Cedric, and I think that is why predominantly Mikel Arteta has decided to let them play narrow and deep. But if you get a player like Noisa Mazraoui, can definitely replicate what you get from Kieran Tierney on the other side. So Barcelona, Bayern interested. Can Arsenal also just wake up and go for this one? Because look, in the summer we'll be going for a backup right back. Of course, I don't know who we're gonna go for. Jed Spence is on the cards. Tariq Lamptey is also available. Max Aaron is gonna be relegated with Norwich. So there's so many options that Arsenal can actually go for. But in my thoughts and in my opinion, if we could go for Noisa Mazraoui, I don't think Arsenal will ever regret that decision. But anyway, let me know in the comments below if you've seen him. Do you think he will actually work for us? We've been linked with him in the summer, so I don't think he's a new name on our list. Number 2 in the midfield, Paul Pogba. Now, Pogba is a free agent. Of course, he's really come out on a couple of occasions and told Manchester United, look, lads, my 5 years at this club have been a complete waste of time. Of course, he came out in his recent interview and said, not winning anything is something that really hurts me a lot. I've not won anything this season with Manchester United, and this is a year and season wasted. If he comes at Arsenal, can he win anything? Probably the FA Cup next season or the Carling Cup. I don't know, but of course we'll be back in the Champions League. We could be back in the Champions League. We will go back to the Europa League if we don't make it to the UEFA Champions League. Paul Pogba, lads, for me, like I've always said, there are not many midfielders, there are not many players in this world better than Paul Pogba in that central midfield. So honestly, if Arsenal go for Paul Pogba, maybe a little bit problematic because of Mino Raiola. That is why I would be afraid. I don't feel his vibe at Manchester United, but I feel he is a player that really needs a new environment to reset. Like, if he comes in Arsenal and then is playing next to Thomas Partey, that would be the best midfield duo in the world. Maybe followed by Saki Busquets and Pedri. That is what I think. But of course, you could let me know in the comments below if you think Paul Pogba would be a nice free agent to sign for Arsenal. Number 3 is still in the midfield. I've gone with Bubaka Kamara. Now, unlike Paul Pogba, Bubaka Kamara is a lot younger, has a lot of vibes around him, and I think many clubs will be trying to sign him, unlike Paul Pogba. With Pogba, he's getting older, and of course you understand the wages that he will be asking for and the transfer sign-on fees from Mino Raiola's end. But when you look at Bubaka Kamara, he's a young player playing at Marseille. Obviously, we understand that he's not going to sign a new contract with them, and in this season, in this summer, he's going to be a free agent. It's been Manchester United predominantly that have been interested in Bubaka Kamara, but it doesn't look like they will get him. And Arsenal, for me, of course, we were linked with, he was offered to Arsenal in the summer, and Arsenal said, wait a minute, Xhaka, come back here. We are not signing a central midfielder. But of course, it's now high time that Arsenal wake up and add many new young projects and young prospects to that midfield. I think Bubaka Kamara could actually work. I don't know what you think, people, but of course he's had a very exciting 2 seasons, this season and last season at Marseille, playing next to Matteo Guendouzi. I think Arsenal fans really follow Matteo Guendouzi, so that dark lad that looks like me, playing alongside Matteo Guendouzi at Marseille is Bubaka Kamara, and I think he would actually fit in at Arsenal. 23 years of age, just the age of the profile, just the, in the profile of what we are looking for. Number 4 is Paulo Dibala. Obviously, today we've had another story coming out. The Arsenal have asked for more information about Paulo Dibala. Paulo Dibala is one of those really exciting players. He's getting older. He's getting to that, to that age where it's decisive now. He either goes on to accomplish his full potential, or he dies out, or actually it doesn't work out. In my opinion, I think Juve could have kept him and should have actually kept him. It's been the wages. Can Arsenal give him the wages he wants? Probably 12 to 15 million euros per year. I do not know that. Mikel Arteta seems interested in the player, although I believe personally that he will not sign for Arsenal. But these are my reasons as why I think Paulo Dibala would actually work for us. Number 1, I think he's a good goal scorer. Maybe not as not that fox in the box, not that gunman that we need up top. But when it comes to giving you the numbers, when it comes to giving you the goals, I think he's done it at Juve. He's been really brilliant, and Arsenal have nothing to fear from Paulo Dibala when it comes to scoring the goals. The other thing I think that we need about him is individual brilliance. Now, there's so many players at Arsenal, and I feel we have a very good project, but I think we lack something, and that is the element of individual brilliance that players like Paulo Dibala could actually give to us. So Paulo Dibala, free agent in the summer. You have decided already that they won't be extending his contract. Should Arsenal go for him? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let me know down in the comments below. I'm not really gonna be a dictator in this one. Number 6, is it number 5? Corentin Tolisso. Now, Arsenal were linked with Corentin Tolisso before, I think 2 or 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago, or even 4 years ago, when he was still playing at Lyon. One of those players that really, have been always linked with Arsenal, at least per summer. When he was at Lyon, he was a really fantastic player. His move to Bayern, I cannot really say it has not been all that good, but it has not. It hasn't been all that bad. So it's been it's a lot of mixed reactions around Corentin Tolisso. It looks like Bayern are not at any point in time willing to give him a new contract. So looks like Corentin Tolisso will be moving on to another club. He plays in that midfield role, central midfield. My problem with him is injuries. That is where I disagree. That is where I totally disagree with him. He's always picking up these nasty injuries. I think personally he needs to do better. I think personally he's a good player. I don't know what you think, but I think Corentin Tolisso is a good player. Whether or not he could actually fit in at Arsenal and work for us, that is another case. But Corentin Tolisso, top midfielder. Now this one is a controversial one. Number 7, Jesse Lingard. Yes, Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard has been at Manchester United for I think all his time, and the one opportunity that we saw him go out from Manchester United, he went on loan to West Ham, and he really did very well. Now many pundits feel he was really foolish at the end of the season not to sign on a permanent for West Ham, and I also feel there was a little bit of foolishness in his decision. He's going to be walking away from Manchester United on a free unless Ten Hag decides that he will actually keep him, but his chances of staying at Manchester United look very, very slim. Arsenal need options. Arsenal need numbers. Maybe not one player that could actually come in and join our starting 11. I don't see him do that, and I don't want him to do that. I want him to come in at Arsenal and then sit on the bench, wait for games where we need squad rotation. For example, this season, I think Saka has played many necessary, important, unnecessary, and non-important games. So in such non-important and unnecessary games, I feel like a player just like Lingard would actually come in. And also thinking about the fact that Pepe might leave, I think just Lingard could actually do a job for us. Obviously 29 years of age at the moment. He wants game time, he wants to win, he wants a place where he feels appreciated, he wants a place where he feels loved. Can Arsenal be that place? I'm not really sure. You could let me know in the comments below. Would you show some love to Jesse Lingard if he joined Arsenal in the summer? Number 8, Andrea Belotti. We are looking for a striker. Why not think about Andrea Belotti? There are so many other strikers that we are linked with, obviously, but they are not free agents. And in this one, we are looking at top free agents that Arsenal could sign in the summer. So I've gone with Andrea Belotti. Belotti is not going to sign his new contract with Torino. That is absolutely out. He's told them, look, if you can't let me go, if you can't sell me so that you get any amount of money out of that sale, I'm gonna be walking away on a free. And they've gone, you're gonna stay here and you will walk here, walk away from here on a free, right? So this summer, Andrea Bellotti will be walking away from Torino on a free. Couple of clubs interested. I've had rumors from Italy that Inter Milan and AC Milan would both want to sign this young striker. That guy looks 30, but he's 21. You can't believe it. Obviously, the fact that Italy won't be in the World Cup, I would love to see him, but he won't be there. Look, I don't know what you think about Andrea Belotti. His physicality, and it's one of the things I really love about him. Like, Cossy, how can you be like, okay, that is one of the things I love about him. I love physical strikers, but I don't think there are goals in there for Arsenal. Anyway, but of course he's a free agent. Arsenal can go for him. If you want a backup striker, I think that would be a very good deal to do. Andrea Belotti on a free. Number 9, Ivan Perisic. You had me right. Number 9, I've gone with Ivan Perisic. Now, Ivan Perisic is one of those players that are on fire. Absolutely on fire. His contract is gonna run down, and the Italian club, they want him to stay, but they do not want to give him the money he wants. One of the things you have to put into consideration when you think about Ivan Perisic is the age. He's actually aging. He's not getting any younger. Remember, Manchester United were interested in him in around 3 years ago, and by that time he was around 27. Then he went to Bayern, and then he spent around 2 years there. Then he came back to Inter. Is it 31? Is it 32? Is it 29? I'm not even really sure. But Ivan Perisic, what an exciting player! What an exciting talent. He's one of those players I would have wanted Arsenal to sign many years ago. But today, instead of Arsenal signing him, maybe I would just sip a glass of water, because I feel like I just feel like his age is away. Maybe if we just want someone to replace maybe Nicola Pepe, someone to sit on the bench, someone to just come in, to provide that kind of experience. For example, now we are in that we are in that top 4 race, and we need the experience. We need players that have been through these very tough situations. Maybe that's when I can call upon him. But if not that, no. Lastly, lads, I hope I've made them 10. I've gone with Kylian Mbappe. I've gone with Kylian Mbappe. I don't know what you think about Kylian Mbappe, but very difficult transfer, isn't it? It's one of the things you tell me before I say anything else. You'd say, Cossy, that's a very difficult transfer, and I can't disagree with you. But Kylian Mbappe, at the moment, his future is very uncertain. He's already come out and said, look, it's a very difficult decision for me to do. In the next in the coming hours, I'll be talking to my family, and we will be deciding on my future. Can Kylian Mbappe work out at Arsenal? Can he even join us? Can he even come close to our project? Do we suit Kylian Mbappe? Is he bigger than Arsenal? I don't think he can. I don't think there is a player bigger than Arsenal. But do you think he's bigger than Arsenal? Speak to you soon.